What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today we're going to be checking out the Rite in the Rain Dirtbag pouch. This is part of their monsoon lineup, so it's built to withstand the elements. The exterior is a TPU shell, and then we have these AquaGuard zippers to keep the interior contents of that pouch completely dry. You can pick this up for around $19.95, and I'll make sure to leave a link to where you can find it down in the description of the video. Now, exterior dimensions are 8 inches tall by about 4.75 inches wide, and then they say 0.75 inches in thickness, which is definitely the case fully loaded out. Empty, it does pack out a little bit flatter than that even. One of the cool features of this pouch is that it's made to carry a notebook on the back, and so this strap is completely adjustable. It's elastic, so it expands a little bit if you have a thicker notebook in there, and then you can expand it for larger footprint as well. It's kind of optimized for their 4.75 by 7.5 inch notebooks, which isn't what we have in there. We have the Mad Gear Co. Contingency Planner. You can see this is a 6-ring spiral bound planner, and it actually fits the Rite in the Rain notebook ones as well. So these are Rite in the Rain inserts on the back. We're not really going to focus on the notebook since we're going to be doing a separate video on this in the future, but this is the same size as their obviously 4.75 by 7.5 inch spiral bound notebook. It can expand though. You can see over here we have these hook and loop straps, and so this can slide out and you can fit notebooks up to about 6.75 inches by 8.75 inches. It's obviously gonna kind of footprint around the edges a little bit and overhang that, but you can mount this on notebooks, you can mount it on other gear with that. The strap is also completely removable. If you undo the Velcro, thread these out, you'll just have some hook and loop on the back. So if you have an option to mount on hook and loop, you can do that as well, or you can just throw some ranger eyes on there if you don't want to use the strap. I've seen some people in Amazon reviews saying that they use this as a hand strap. A little big for that, even fully tightened, and so not really optimized, but you can see it is a semi-effective hand strap there as well. So we're just going to toss this here in the back again, and then we'll get to the front of the notebook, and you can see this stretches, and if I put all of the Rite in the Rain pages that I have or printed out some more and add those to it, have plenty of real estate to expand this to an inch thick notebook if I really wanted to. On the front we have some elastic loops. This is actually the only stitching you're going to find on here. This TPU is all kind of melted, cut and melt. I think they laser cut it and then melt everything together so you don't have any seams to fall apart. It's incredibly durable. I've never had any issues with this type of material. And then again we have these 3 pen loops, so I went with the Rite in the Rain OD93 pen. I'm not actually going to bother removing these, but I'll try and link to them in the description of the video. A mechanical pencil, this is also from Rite in the Rain, and then the stainless steel ultra fine tip Sharpie over here. Behind that we have 2 card slots. These are your standard size card slots. They're going to fit any credit cards in there, and it can fit about 3 cards per slot. That TPU material is a little bit grippy, and so it feels a little bit snugger than it is, but it definitely can fit 3 cards pretty comfortably. So if you want an ID, debit, and credit card, you can definitely do that. And then you have the second slot, so up to 6 cards in total. And this one I have a random item. Actually, it's a little bit of a tighter fit because it's a little bit thicker. This is a lockpick set, so it slides out and has a drawer full of different lockpicks and things like that. I think I got this one on Amazon, so again I'll try and link to that down in the description of the video. But this is definitely thicker, 3-4 cards thick, but fits in there pretty nicely as well. And then on the side we have this zipper compartment that gives you full access to the interior of that 8 inches by 4.75 inches. The zipper doesn't fully extend, so you don't have quite 8 inches of zipper space. It's probably something like 6.75 inches to get things in there. I was able to fit my iPhone 16 Pro Max in there. Not a lot of room for other items if you do that, but it can fit some phones. Larger phones you may struggle with, but again the iPhone 16 Pro Max does fit in there. That zipper is nice and secure. I like that it closes all the way to the end so you don't have a lot of opportunity to get water in there. I still probably wouldn't submerge this, but in any sort of just kind of rain situation, even if you just drop this and quickly retrieve it, water is not going to get in there and destroy what's inside. Also worth noting, we have this loop here that if you want to attach like a lanyard or keychain to add some additional storage options, you can do that as well. But let's get to the interior. So I didn't end up putting a phone in here, just some random gear. It is pretty flat, but it widens out. Obviously, if you put something too thick, it's going to get a little bit bulkier. So I tried to go with mostly flatter objects. But up first we have the Duke Cannon Cold Shower. These are just wipes that are larger so you can use them for your face and body, and they have menthol and cucumber extract, aloe vera, so it has a little bit of a cooling effect to it as well. Really nice on hot days. We have a Ruck utility knife, and so this is just a simple utility knife that slides in and out. These are super affordable. I think this one's aluminum. I want to say these are sub $20, or at least they used to be. I don't know if they still are. When I got mine though, they were less than $20. We have a small pair of scissors. These, I don't remember the name of the brand. It starts with the C. They're a really common camping brand that you can find at like Big 5 and Walmart, and so just some collapsible scissors in case you need them. We also have a USB-C or a USB flash drive. I tried to get the smallest one possible here. This is, I think, 32 gigs from SanDisk. And then last but not least, just a small ruler, and I went with the CountyComm titanium 6-inch ruler. Fits in there really nicely, super slim, so it's not adding a lot of bulk. Again, you can put thicker items in here. It's just going to kind of make it awkward shape if you have a thicker item in the middle or on the sides. But if you stick with mostly flat objects, you can see none of these are particularly thick. They don't really shadow in there and create weird bulk in there, so really like it with those slimmer items. Now, I actually got this specifically for this notebook, and it does work really well for it, although I ended up picking up a different Rite in the Rain product as well. I wanted to try both of them out, and I think I'm going to go with that one. I think it fits my needs a little bit better, but this is pretty universal. If you want to strap a book to it, you can put whatever you want in this strap, or again, remove it and use this pouch as a standalone pouch. Let me know what you think of it though down in the comments below. As always, I'll try and link to everything that I showed in the video down in the description, and if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, checking out some other content, maybe even hitting that new hype button. But hope you have a great one and take care.